Well, Mel, successful weekend in the FA Cup. In terms of the very comprehensive result and potentially the draw as well.
Yeah, I think in terms of coming back off the Christmas break, it was the perfect performance really. I thought they had a good goal the first opening minutes and wanted to apply pressure early doors, but you know the reaction from the team and the quick goal certainly settled us down, and we played some really good stuff, and you know we're probably solid for the whole 90 minutes really.
And Dale, blistering form at the minute.
Yeah, she's picked off where she left off. Hopefully that can continue for the league games, which are the bread and butter. But yeah, she's in good form, and I think when you strikers scoring goals, you know you've always got a chance of winning games.
And you've avoided a Super League team in the next round. The jeopardy is Portsmouth is probably the better draw, but it's the longer one, and Blackburn's the one you probably ideally want in terms of not having far to go.
Yeah, I think in terms of the travel, Blackburn would be ideal, but it is what it is. We'll play whoever wins tonight, I think they'll play, so yeah, like you say, it could have been a lot tougher in terms of drawing a Super League team, so yeah, hopefully we can keep progressing.
I mean, it is Portsmouth, it seems like you might as well buy a holiday home on the South Coast.
We need to just keep flying with EasyJet, I think, but yeah, it's part and parcel of being in this division. It's geographically widespread, so yeah, we'll take it as it comes.
So back to the league, actually, Southampton, again, a team you seem to be playing on a regular basis, but a team with whom you generally have quite a lot of success against.
Yeah, we travelled well there last season, came away with a 1-0 victory. We spoke about that during the week, to be fair, in terms of how we set up last season to this season and the similarities that might have to be there. You know, big stadium in terms of St Mary's. So yeah, we've got to get the game plan right, and we've got to be hard to beat. You know, our in possession's been really good. We're finding the back of the net. We've been really creative in terms of our movement, and that's something that we've really worked hard on. So yeah, we want to try and get all the pieces in the jigsaw to fit, and hopefully come away with something.
Was it important to play the team you did at Exeter and get that win, that bounce, because that takes you in to the Southampton game, sort of that momentum? I know we talk about momentum a lot, but is that important? Yeah,
I think there's got to be some rhythm. I think as a footballer you want to find form and you want to have momentum going into each game, so that was important. But the competition for places is fierce. You know, we made a couple of changes at half time just to get minutes into people's legs. So yeah, we'll got another session today and tomorrow, and then we'll cement the team for Sunday.
And in terms of people, any bodies arriving, anybody coming in?
Not at the minute. No, nothing solid, so unable to really comment on that.
But you're pleased, presumably, with the squad you've got. You just said there are people fighting for places. Yeah,
we've got a big squad. Like I said, we've got people coming back from injury. Brianna's down in London today playing for Courtney for the PGA to top up her minutes again, so she's near on ready to be selected. We've got Emily Cassett back on the grass today for the first time doing full contact, so there's only really Louise Griffiths who's still not got a return to play date, but she should be on the grass very soon, which is pleasing because she's been a long-term absentee.
And you've got another game at the Stadium Light to come up as well. So it's like you're getting into this, you talk about rhythm, finally getting back to playing the cup, the league. It feels like you're getting back into a rhythm again now.
Yeah, they're going to come thick and fast in terms of the January and February up until the international break, and they'll all feel pretty similar because they're all going to be at big stadiums as well. I think we've only got one game at Eppletown this second half of the season, so yeah, we're looking forward to getting back to the stadium. I know we drew in a big crowd for when we played Newcastle, so hopefully they enjoyed the game and they can come back and have that experience again.
Great.
Cheers.
No, I was just going to say, Mel, when you talk about these, we kind of laughed about it there, but when you talk about these trips and the trekking down to the other side of the country, is that something where being part of the wider football club and the whole professionalism means it's now light and day from it might have even been 3, 4, 5 years ago when you were facing this kind of schedule?
Yeah, I think the trip to Exeter was a good experience. We flew for the first time. It made a huge difference in terms of the recovery. Players weren't as tired on arrival, but certainly weren't as tired when they returned home as well, just because of the speed of the journey. we were back in the house for 9 o'clock that night, so it makes a hell of a difference. Southampton will be a little bit different. We're travelling by coach, but they're not just normal buses, they're luxury buses with kind of the kitchens on the back and, the luxuries of the Sky TV and stuff like that. So,
and it's also the fact that your players aren't coming back off the back of that and then half of them are going into work on Monday morning, which might have been the case 5 years ago. That's a massive difference, presumably, as well.
Yeah, huge. And, the schedule that we have, we're always off following a game, so we play on a Sunday, we're always off on the Monday, so that helps that part of the recovery as well, especially when you're travelling back from Southampton. Yeah,
and if you look at the table, I think top 5, 3 points, it feels like A, it's going to be a really exciting end of the season, but B, just because of the kind of reduced number of games that's left, every game's going to be a big one between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely, and it's, again, it's something that we spoke about, and I think there's 2 points between us and Southampton. If we win, there's now a 5-point gap, and then not the gaps will be more evident, I think, as the games get played. There's quite a few games that them top 8 teams are playing each other as well, so each week it'll probably look different. Teams will move up, teams will move down, but we certainly want to be picking up points each game that we play to stay in the mix.
Hi Mel.
Hello.
I know you covered quite a lot of this in terms of talking about momentum with Nick, but you're going back into a league game after a really good cup victory. Does that really give the players a boost, given that the tactics and the formation and even the lineup may change a bit, or does that really give a team, after a 7-1 victory, give everybody the lift?
I think it gives people the confidence in terms of what we're trying to do is working. It gets the players to buy into the principles that you want to abide by. They're carrying good form, everyone's fresh, and every game's kind of a big game, and the players have got real clarity in terms of their role that they have to play within the team. We've had conversations with every player, so we've had 23 conversations in terms of what we expect of that player for the second half of the season, and they've got a real understanding of what we're asking them to contribute to the team, and if everyone does their little bit, hopefully we get more success.
So talking of Southampton, I noticed that they're winless in 3, you're obviously unbeaten in 5, so you've got real momentum behind you. On the other hand, nobody's conceded more goals in the league this year than you, apart from Portsmouth. Is that a particular worry for you, something that you feel you need to work on, or is it a case of you score 3, we'll score 4? Are you worried about how many goals?
Yeah, it's been a concern, and it's something that we've kind of thought about in the mid-season review almost, in terms of the reset, and we've spoke about it with the players in terms of what we're going after, and we certainly want to be tighter at the back. We don't want to be a team that has to score 4 goals to win every game, although it might be entertaining and exciting. It's not where I'm standing from. It's tough sometimes, but yeah, if we can tighten up at the back and keep scoring on our attacks, and we're going to win games more comfortably.
How's confidence in the squad after the Christmas break generally?
Yeah, they've come back refreshed. It's sometimes hard for players who are new to being professional footballers, being away from home for large periods of time, having long distance relationships. It's difficult, so to give the players an opportunity to go home and spend some time with family, and they've come back, and I have to say they've really hit the ground running, so I'm really excited to see what they can produce in the second half of the season.